me see what I'm doing here. I want to get this up on my other device too, so that I can see the comments better. Oh, here it is. Hi guys. Oh, hi Anvita. I hope I'm saying your name right. That's how I say it in my head whenever I see it. I'm doing great, but for some reason I started the live and now my eyes are starting to water. I'm not crying, honest. Hi Deb, how are you? Hi Chris. I'm so excited to see you guys here. I apologize that my eyes all of a sudden started to water. I swear to you, I'm not crying. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just one of those lovely things about aging women. Hello, Maritza. How's everybody doing tonight? Anything exciting going on? What time is it where you are, Anvita? Sorry, now an itchy nose. I'm a mess tonight. I thought I was on and ready to go, and now all of a sudden I'm eyes watering and an itchy nose. Working on my Ren tea. Oh, you're gonna do one of those too. Awesome. I want to see how it turns out. Are you doing the sleeveless one or the one with sleeves? Because I think there were two choices, Deb. Deb said she's working on the Ren tea. And I think there were two choices, without sleeves and with. And Vita said it's 7:17 a.m. Oh boy, early bird. Monday morning for you. It's still Sunday here. We're slow. I went to our Ollie's and they had this, now I'm saying it the way that it says to pronounce it, Hygge. Hygge? I got 5 of these and I was like, oh, it feels so soft, so soft. So I just kind of made up my own cardigan. Sorry, I don't know if it will show up a little bit, but I have to work on the other sleeve. The other sleeve isn't going. And this is all that I have left from the 5. So I'm hoping it's not too much of yarn chicken here. I'm hoping it works out. Hi, Marina. Deb said with the sleeves. Okay, I'm curious to see how that one turns out because I might want to try that one next. I don't know. I have so many things I want to make now for Wearable Wednesday. I'm starting to feel good about making wearables. And Chris said, oh, pretty, looks soft and warm. It is so soft. It's like ridiculous. All I want to do is just like rub it against my face. It feels so good. But I'm just hoping here that I have enough to finish this second sleeve. Fingers crossed. Because that was all that they had. They just had those 5. They didn't have much of a selection last time I was there, but when I saw that, I was like, ooh, jackpot. So, what else are you guys working on? I saw that Deb is working on the Ren tea with sleeves. Anybody else working on a project right now? And Vita said looks very cozy. I think it will be. I'm excited. I mean, I'm doing it here in summer. So that's kind of ridiculous because I'm not going to get to wear it for months, but I don't know. I just got squirreled with this project. I saw the yarn and I'm like, oh, I have to have it. And it, like, I wasn't working on it at first. I put it in the corner of my room and I was like, okay, I'll get to it after I finish some other projects. But I kept looking at it every day and I'm like, I have to do something with that. I have to make something. I have to make it now. I can't wait. So I gave in to the temptation and I went over and picked it up and started working on it. I'm guessing like all you crocheters out there have kind of experienced something similar, where you're like, I don't need another project right now, but this is the perfect yarn and I just have to start something with it. Oh my. Is anybody else working on a wearable besides Deb and I? Hi, now please help me with your name. Zoila? I saw it today in an email. I hope you got the email that I sent you. But I was very concerned about pronouncing it correctly. I'm excited you're here. Thank you for joining my live. This was just kind of like a last minute pop-up thing. I'm sitting here crocheting. I'm like, I don't have to sit here. Soila. Okay, thank you. Soila. And I'm going to write that down. Hi, Soila. Thank you very much. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. Hello. Oh, Penny, is that your name, Penny? Okay, so I'm gonna write that down too so I can get everybody's name straight. Equals tend the sheep. Okay. I wanna make sure that I'm learning everybody's names here. I'm so excited to meet some new friends here. But I want to make sure that I did a live the other day and I felt bad because there were two people that I didn't know in the live that I had just met, that I had just made friends with. And I mixed up their names to their channel. And then I felt so embarrassed afterwards. I was like, I have paper right in front of me. I should have just written it down so I don't get it mixed up. And I know the more I say it, the more that I'll remember it. So, yeah. So Penny and Soila, and it happens. Okay, thank you, Soila. She said tend the sheep is Penny. Okay, I saw somebody call her Penny, so I wrote that down because I assumed that was the name. I like that. So Suzanne, she said, I just finished my Campana tee and now looking for what's next. Okay. What does that tee look like? Is it just kind of like a regular short sleeve tee? Is there some kind of lacy pattern on it? I'm just curious because I've only just started really making wearables in January. Because I never felt comfortable making wearables. So I thought, I'm going to force myself to do it. I'm going to dedicate a day to show it on YouTube. That way I can't chicken out. And so I've had some good and some bad, but now I feel a lot better about it and definitely have gotten a lot of good tips from all my friends along the way. So yeah, I would love to see it. I don't know if you can post pictures in the comments or not, but if you could, I would love to see what it looked like. So hopefully you can't hear it, but my son is playing video games in the room right behind me. Suzanne, Soila said she wants to make a hexagon cardigan. I have not made one of those either, but I have seen so many of them made and they look so pretty. That might be something that I do in the fall. Maybe we could work on it together, Soila. It has the moss stitch, Suzanne said. I love the moss stitch. It's so pretty. Oh, okay. No pictures in the comments. That's a bummer. Short sleeve, moss stitch. Okay, I can kind of envision it. Oh, can't. Okay, I have a bunch of you saying that you can't post the pics. That's a bummer. Marina said I made a couple of hexagon cardigans. They were a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of people making them, and they said they had fun doing it, and they look really nice when they're done. Oh, good. Marina said she can't hear it. I can just kind of hear it a little bit in the background. Um, Sound okay here? Good. He's playing for Christmas a couple years ago. He got like a steering wheel and seat where you can sit and steer a car with it. And so he's playing that right now. And so I can kind of hear it talking to him a little bit. But it's my older son, he's 15, and he's autistic, and he's a little bit nervous about driving next year. And so I said, well, play your game and see if you can get some of those nerves out. Because I said, you're going to be really limited. We live in the country, so it's not like we're in a city where you can get to places without driving. If you're going to do anything, including work, unless you work from home, you're going to have to drive. So I said, your life would be very limited if you don't learn to drive. But now when I saw him playing, I said, oh, do you feel better about driving? And he said, no, I crashed twice, and both times it was my fault. Country living, yes, I love it. Soyla said, Deb, that's nice. What colors or granny squares are you using? What did Deb say? I must have missed it. I'm about halfway through my hexagon cardigan with blossom cakes. Ooh, pretty. Nice. Oh, we've got lots of wearables going on here. That's amazing. I love to see that. And this one right here was just one that I made up. I was doing the Ren, not the t-shirt, but the sleeveless one. And it uses, I don't know if it's the same stitch that they use in the one with sleeves, but they use the extended single crochet. And so I just kind of made up a cardigan using the extended single crochet because I like the lacy look of it. So driving practice is the key. Yeah, for sure. And I said it really doesn't matter, who you are. You just have to be careful. Deb said purples. Pretty. I hope we get to see it when it's done. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you can never make guarantees in life about safety or about, how things are going to go. You just kind of have to do your best, try to be safe. I know it makes me nervous to think about my baby's driving, but it's part of growing up and it's part of being part of this world. So for those of you who have kids in school, is school out for the summer now? It is here for us. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. My hubby is playing ice hockey. He does that every Sunday, but that's where he would like to be definitely for Father's Day. So ice hockey it is. Deb said, sent you a picture of my other tea in the email. I did see it. I think I responded, and if I didn't, I'm really sorry. I, I know I did see it. It turned out beautiful. I bet you're glad that you found it and were able to finish it so that you could have it and wear it now. Is this the one you were telling me was kind of unfinished in your room for a while? Deb, did you use a video tutorial? Soyla said. I admire the people who do video tutorials of clothing because making a video tutorial is extremely time consuming, and then to do it with clothing and have to explain about sizing and everything. Wow. Somebody put a lot of time into doing that if they did that. Soyla said she agrees. Yeah. The video tutorials are nice, but I think sometimes people don't realize how time consuming they are to make. So anything else exciting? Yep, I used a pattern from On the Hook Crochet. Marina asked if everyone gave me a thumbs up. Thank you for those of you who did. This has been so much fun. I love all the friends that I have made on YouTube over the past year. It's been a lot of fun. And, you know, all the good advice. I feel like I have grown so much as a crocheter, as a crafter, and, you know, even as a pattern writer. Soyla said, I'm so happy for video tutorials. That's how I learned how to crochet. No one crochets in my family. Okay. Just as a heads up, make sure you have moderators in your lives. Arsenal. Do you want to be a moderator for me, Penny? What, I know that there are, you know, that you can name moderators and stuff. I'm not familiar enough to know, like, why would you do that, or why do you need to have moderators? It's just that I don't know. I'm not being weird. Penny said they're great for those who have crocheted for many years too. Yeah, that is true. It's good to see. Okay. Chris said you have moderators for spammers and bad comments on the live. Soyla is a great moderator. Would you want to do that, Soyla? You need mods because trolls and it keeps the chat going. Okay, Soyla, can I name you a moderator? Penny? Anybody? Bueller? Okay, Soyla said yes, so I'll add as a moderator. Okay. I have you there as a moderator now. Marina said, it's good for you to learn this, Heather. Z is an experienced moderator. I've seen her work hard in other lives. Thank you. Yeah, it is good for me to learn. I just I learn by doing, and sometimes that's not always good because then I'm in the moment and I don't know that I'm not doing what I should be doing. I would help, yes. Used to do lives myself. We had what we called the wrench gang. Cool. Whack-a-troll. uh, okay. Now I've got some moderators. I don't think, I guess I've gotten lucky. I don't think I've had anybody come in here and be like, saying bad things or trolling or anything like that. Not that I know of. I don't think I saw any bad comments or anything. So maybe I just got lucky. Woohoo, Penny got a blue dress. Marina said, I learned from attending others' lives. There isn't any right or wrong. It's just what's helpful to you. That's cool. I've started going to more people's lives now. I think it's easier now for me. I work at a school, and so I have the summer off. So it's easier for me to pop in to lives, and it's easier for me to just do a live now because I don't have anything pressing going on. So, the only thing really is that I have to drive the boys back and forth to their swim practices and stuff because they're both on the swim team. But other than that, I don't have anything going on, so I can spend more time with my friends here. I could spend more time doing strings and threads stuff. And Vita said mods are essential, especially when you have a bigger live audience and undesirable elements make their presence. Yikes. I haven't seen that yet. Penny said, Soila, we would have loved having you as one of the wrench mods back in the day. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so I wish it could always be summer. Aw, sounds like you guys had a really fun time. Why did you stop doing it? Too many trolls? Heather, what are you working on? Okay. I went to Ollie's a couple weeks ago and they had the most delicious yarn there. It's called Hygge, at least that's how they say it's pronounced, Hygge. And it is so soft. And they had 5 of these. They didn't have much of anything else, but they had 5 of these, so I bought them. And I put them in the corner of my room, and I kept eyeballing them. And even though I had other stuff I was working on, I'm like, I have to make something. So I kind of made up a cardigan. I'll put it on. Maybe you can kind of get the gist of it. Let's see. Sorry, I know I'm a little bit out of the picture here. But it's like this. I just need to finish this sleeve. I wanted it to be long sleeve. I'm hoping, this is the 5th one, so I'm hoping this is enough to finish the sleeve with. It's not a pattern. Yeah, it is so soft. Penny said that she's tried it before and it's very soft. I thought originally when I saw it, maybe I would make amigurumi with it or something. Thank you, Soila. But it just, I thought, I kept looking at it and I'm like, this would make an amazing cardigan sweater because it's just feels so good. It looks so good. So, um, yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I put aside some of my other projects and started doing this, but that's okay. This is almost done, and then I can get back to stuff that I really should be working on. I'm also taking a break from all that, like, thank you guys. I'm taking a little bit of a break from all the pattern and publishing stuff because that was kind of making my brain hurt a little bit. But I'm glad that that's all finished. So Regina came in. Oh, Yarn Lover Regina. Hi, thanks for stopping by here. It's nice to meet you. I think we're all yarn loving here, huh? Deborah, I saw that at Ollie's. Didn't get it, wasn't sure. Your sweater is looking beautiful. Thank you, Deborah. I I didn't know what I was going to do with it at first either, but the price was really good, I thought, and there were 5 of them there. I thought for if I get 5, I should be able to do something with it. So thank you, Regina. She said, nice to meet you too. And like I said, I thought initially I was going to make an amigurumi with it. It would make a really nice, soft, like teddy bear or something like that. But the more that it was sitting there in the corner and I was looking at it, the more I was like, that's a cardigan. That would, the color was right. Everything just seemed perfect for it. So, oh, this is a nice, fun group today. I heard some of what some of y'all are working on, but the new people coming in, what are you guys working on? Deb said, I think it's amazing that you're just designing a sweater with no pattern, no tutorial. Good for you. Thank you. I don't know. I'm always kind of the person that likes to wing it. Works out sometimes and it doesn't work out other times. So, but I was doing a shirt in the extended single crochet stitch, and so I just kind of copied the way the shirt was worked. The shirt was worked from the bottom up. And so I just did that with the sweater. I just worked it from the bottom up to the armpits, and then I did chains to go around the shoulder, and then I just kept crocheting around the chains to get this part, and then attached to do the sleeves. So, hi Deborah R. Anyone I didn't officially greet. I think it's awesome that you guys, that we all like know I don't know everybody yet, but it seems like there's a lot of people who know each other here, and that makes a fun group. I love that. So, Regina said, I slept on my left shoulder until after 3 p.m. today. So left hand keeps going numb, so I'm not working on anything. Oh no. Yikes. You have to get motion back in that hand. Oh. And Penny said, always meeting new peeps. I think that's awesome. This is a great way to meet people too. I feel like it's always been a nice experience to be here. Soila said, I'm working on a scarf and hat set and my first top, but the top isn't as easy as I thought. Clothing, it does take time. I worked off and on for clothing. I learned how to crochet in 2002, and off and on through the years, I've tried it and had very, very, very few successes. That's why, like this year, I was like, that's it. I'm going to get on my YouTube channel every week. I'm going to show what I made, good or bad, and I'm going to learn how to do this. So, I don't know. I guess that you just kind of have to do that. But it was good showing it on my channel because people gave me some really good advice, stuff that I didn't know about sizing or about you know, other things about making clothing, you know, tips to make it easier. Yeah, that's a bummer. About sleeping on your arm. I'm sure Marina said, I'm sure you're inspiring a lot of people to try wearables, Heather. I hope so. I mean, and they're welcome. Anybody's welcome to do it with me. Jess said she wanted to get better at wearables, Jess from J Hook Magic. And so she's joining in. She's not making the same thing that I'm making. You don't have to make the same pattern. But if anybody else wants to just try along, I can list your channel and we can work through this together. And you know, the nice thing, even if you're not working on the same patterns, I think it's kind of cool. You get to see how the other patterns turn out. And maybe it will inspire you to try that pattern too. Poor Jess, she made a boho poncho type shirt, and it was really pretty. The stitches were amazing. The color, the yarn that she used was amazing, but it turned out so big on her. She said she's going to wear it as like use it as like a bathing suit cover or something, but it didn't, size-wise, it didn't work out the way she was hoping. So she's trying it again. Marina said, you seem to get the measurements down pat for this sweater. I'm not even sure how to measure the front panels. So I didn't do the front as panels. I just did one. What I did was I did one long chain that wrapped around me in my widest spot. And it still turned out a little bit shorter than I wanted. I was hoping it was the type of sweater that you could like kind of pull around you, that it would be bigger in the front, but it didn't turn out that way. But I chained so that it came across like this, and then I just did a really long back and forth so that I just folded it in rather than doing a back and then doing front panels. So Deborah said, I still haven't taken the wearable plunge, working on a shawl now by Fiber Spider. That's a good start, you know, shawls. Those are really pretty. Marina said, I saw that it was huge for Jess. Poor Jess. Shawls are really pretty. And there's a lot of different ways to wear them now. You know, I've seen people wear the shawls and wear the longer sides in the front, and I think that looks really pretty. Unfortunately, the place that I work is really, really hot. So I don't make shawls for myself because I would be dying at work if I was wearing one. But I kept wishing, like, I wish I could, you know, wear a shawl somewhere. But not to mention that I'm 50 and, you know, going through that fun lady time where you can't regulate your body temperature. So I'm hot all the time. And then I work in a place, in a building that's always hot. So, ugh. Okay, Regina said, I will even it out tonight when I sleep on the other shoulder. No worries, Deborah, but thank you. Oh, I know somebody I work with said they used to sleep kind of like this on both of their wrists, and they ended up needing carpal tunnel surgery for it, and they had to retrain themselves not to sleep, you know, on their. I don't know how they did it. They showed me, and I didn't really. It didn't look comfortable to me. But however they were sleeping with their head on their wrist. But I guess they had it figured out. Marina said, shawls I can do. My daughter wants one of those shrugs that has the bell sleeves. Oh, pretty. But I like a crop top and kind of mesh-like. I need to find a tutorial. So, yeah, I mean, it's amazing how much stuff is on YouTube. I'm sure you could find something like that on YouTube. If not, I mean, just look it up on the web. So wearables seem like they're like kind of hit or miss for anyone, you know, for everyone. But it's fun to learn. I'd love to have more things to wear that I made. Regina said, I used to sleep on my tummy until I got pregnant 35 years ago. Yeah, I like to sleep on my tummy too, but I learned to sleep on my side when I was pregnant too. Marina said, I went through it early. Glad that's done. Hot flashes are no fun. Wow. Soila said, Marina, I hope you find a tutorial you can try Ravelry. Yeah, that's true too, Ravelry. Yeah, hot flashes really stink. But some people I have heard, they say they go through it and it's done. Other people I've heard, they're older and they said they still get hot flashes. So I don't know how it's going to turn out for me. Hopefully it's just a stage. Soila said, do men get hot flashes? I doubt it, but I can tell you my husband used to always be warm, and now I'm the one who's always warm and he's cold. So I feel like it's the opposite for him. But I mean, he's just one person, but I think we get it because of all of our hormones getting out of whack when you go through, where you're not making the estrogen and progesterone like you used to and all that stuff. Marina said so many whips, but when she wants something, I drop what I'm doing and get started. Yeah, that's what we do for our kids, right? Regina said, I understand that too, Penny. Deborah said, I was totally blessed. I only had a couple of hot flashes and night sweats. My biggest blessing is no more migraines. Oh, that's nice. You had benefits then. Unfortunately, one of the side effects, Deb said, Darla at Crafty Yarn Owl has some great tutorials. Oh, that's good to know. Marina said men get hormonal changes too, but not the flashes because that's from estrogen. Okay. Suela said, Penny, as long as it's comfortable. Oh, hi, Sarah. I hope you're feeling okay. Just came to drop off my thumb. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Hi, bye. Get some rest, Sarah. I'm glad you stopped by. Some men get those midlife crisis deals. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I was just going to say, I just went to the doctor to talk about those things, for my yearly checkup. And because I've been struggling so much with weight. I mean, I used to be a really, really nice size for my height. And I have gained so much weight and I eat less than I ever did and I exercise. So the doctor said, well, I used to be a size 6 too. It's just part of life. And she was still thin, but she was definitely not a size 6 anymore. So it's like, I don't know. Deborah said her man got a Jeep for midlife crisis. That's not bad. Maybe that's their version of hot flashes. Regina said, if I have a hot flash now, it's rare. I would have immediate nausea out of nowhere. Oh. Penny said, LOL, Deb, exactly what I was referring to. I think I'd rather desire a Jeep than go through some of the changes I've been going through. Penny said she never had hot flashes. That's nice. That is so nice. It's so weird how it hits women differently. Some women have this happen, some women have that happen, some avoid everything. Regina said, typical men get new wives during their midlife. Deborah said, amen. I hope they figure things out for you. Thank you. I don't know. I guess that there's not really much that they can do about some of the things. I mean, they put me on HRT, the hormone replacement therapy, which I guess, is supposed to help with the hot flashes and stuff, but they said that doesn't help with the weight. They're talking about new wives, like the men going through the midlife crisis. They have to find a young hottie that would agree to be with them. So that depends on who they are. Deb said, I'd rather have a Jeep than a hot flash. Me too. Regina said, exactly, Soila. It just exasperates the problem. Yeah. Deborah said, what is a good stitch for Red Heart gemstone? I don't know. I've never used Red Heart gemstone before. Is that like, does that have sparkles in it or something? Yes, on the Jeep. That is funny. I think we would all much rather have a new Jeep than hot flashes. And gaining weight. I'd rather have a Jeep than gaining all this weight. I'll have to look up gemstone Red Heart later and see what that is. I'm not sure what that is. I get probably a majority of my yarns at like secondhand stores or Walmart or Ollie's, that kind of stuff. So I don't always know like the newest stuff. Oh, she's saying it's not new. No, it's an older multicolor yarn, 5-weight, found it at Ollie's. Oh, okay, 5-weight. So something that you would want for chunky yarn. And it would depend, like, do you want something that's more lacy? What kind of stitch would you be looking for and what are you making? Because if you're making an amigurumi with it or something, you would probably just want to use single crochet, something that's tighter. Deborah said, I sold his Jeep when he passed. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that he passed. Marina said, a lot of times multicolored variegateds look good in simpler stitches. Sure. Deborah said she has enough for a blanket. Is that what you're thinking of doing with it, a blanket? Penny. Penny said we could start a Yarny Jeepathon. Fill up the Jeeps with yarn. Oh my gosh, you guys are cracking me up. This is so great. Jeepathon. We should see if there's a picture out there, someone on the internet, if they posted a picture of a Jeep filled with yarn, and then we could just kind of write over it, Jeepathon. Okay, Deb was talking about somebody doing a cardigan with the gemstone, and she said it was very pretty. I personally like cardigans with chunky yarn. I've done the linen stitch before, but I don't remember offhand how you do it. All right, I think this sleeve might work out. I'm just kind of judging by how much I've used so far, how much I have to go. So fingers crossed. Anybody doing anything special this week? My boys have their first swim meets. Not that that's exciting, but oh my gosh, Regina, I'd be in withdrawal. She said she hasn't crocheted since Thursday. I feel like I have to every day. Marina said she could use a nice yarn Jeep right about now. Any Jeep companies out there want to sponsor? We could use a sponsor right now. Yeah, I was just trying to think. I think for us, other than the swim meets this week, we don't really have much going on. Oh, Soila said her mom will hopefully be released from the hospital on Tuesday or Wednesday. So excited to have her come home. Regina said, I've never been in a Jeep. I hope that she comes home too. Soila, is your mom also a YouTuber? No, okay. Well, I hope everything goes according to plan for that for you. Soila said she has Alzheimer's. Oh, that's so hard. Oh, do you take care of her at home? Because that's a job. That has to be very difficult. It's really difficult, but I'm at peace when she's here with me. Yeah, that's a big job to care for somebody with Alzheimer's. Yes, she lives with me, Soila says. So then Penny says, Soila, isn't Regina a mod for D2? If so, we can nominate her here. Oh, Regina. Do you want to be a mod? Oh, I'm so sorry, Regina, to hear about your stepmom. and I think it's hard for everybody involved because, like, even I wonder if they can feel their memories slipping when when it first starts happening to them. I can't imagine the confusion that they have to suffer through, you know. Where am I? Who am I? Who are you? You know, those kinds of things. It's really, really difficult. Yeah, I'm really, really sorry to hear about the loss. I'm sorry, we're being so somber here and now I'm starting to laugh. Deb, I love that. She said she just saw a pattern for a crocheted Jeep. Somehow I don't think that would be quite the same um, midlife crisis. Hi, Tia. It's so great to see you. We were joking around about how men go through midlife crisis, and one of them said that their man got a Jeep, and we were saying we would much rather have a Jeep than to go through menopause. And then we were joking around about having a Jeep filled with yarn. And then Deb said she just found a pattern, a crocheted pattern for a Jeep. So we've just been having a nice little chuckle here. Regina said, my dad reminds me of his grandma. She always remembered how old she was and that she wanted to live to 100. My dad always referred to himself as 81-year-old. When he says it, I chuckle inside. Aw. Chris said Ogo yarn for the steering wheel. Oh my gosh, cool. Hi, Diana. I'm so glad to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I don't know. Would you want to live to 100? I don't really know. I think it would be hard. The hard thing about living to a really, really long age would be seeing people that you love go. Yeah, I don't know that I'd want to. Regina said no, a big no. Diana said, I know for a fact that I do not want to live to 100. Oh my gosh. Yes, 200, please. Oh my gosh. You know what I find really interesting? I, you know, I live in a time where, you know, if I want to know about my grandparents or great grandparents, I have to ask family members who might have been alive when they were alive. But what's interesting is as long as certain social media sites still, I'm sorry, I got distracted by what you guys were saying. Before certain social media sites get shut down, potentially like your great grandkids, great grandkids could look at your social media profiles and know who you are, can look at YouTube channels and watch videos and get an idea of who you are, which is kind of cool. Somebody dropped a link and then they were teasing about it. Let's see. Regina said, when your body breaks down, you're ready for a new one. Yeah. I think that's the hard part is there are certain things you can't control as you age. You know, you can eat well, you can exercise, you can do all the right things, but your body is still going to eventually take a turn for the worse. We can't stop that. But I wonder, like, how would you guys feel about knowing that if you lived in an age where you could go on YouTube or go on social media sites and look back at ancient relatives that are long gone, but you can still see them in their videos, or you could still see them on their social media, what they used to post. What would you think about that? Would you feel more connected to family, or like knowing who you are or where you came from, that kind of thing? I don't know. Because as long as YouTube is up, my videos will be up there, and potentially if I had great grandchildren or great grandchildren, they could go back and they could look at my videos. I know, I'd be curious to see how some of my ancestors look too, Diana. And seeing them in a video, it's almost like, it's the closest you could come to visiting with them if they're gone. But yeah, if they keep all these websites going, I've had people who I've gone to high school with, or people that I've known in my life who've passed away, and they had Facebook profiles, and they were never taken down. You could go and still see what they used to post. You can see, what pictures they had of, that kind of stuff. Soyla said, I would love to see our family. It would be so cool. Diana said, if I had videos of my dad or my sister, I would love it. Yeah. Soyla said, unfortunately, these kids post some things I would never post. Yeah, that is an issue. Neither of my kids have a social media account yet. They're 13 and 15. Unless you count, my older son has his YouTube channel where he talks about living with autism. But yeah, I mean, that's scary because your brain's not fully developed enough to know things that you should or shouldn't do online. So, yeah, their kids will look at that stuff and be like, oh my gosh, that was my mom, that was my grandma. Ew. I don't think I have anything on mine that I'd be ashamed to show future relatives, I don't think. Marina said, on the positive side, it will be an archive and record for many families. Yeah. Yeah, it would be like cool to see videos of what your relatives, what they liked, what they talked about, what their voices sound like, how they looked, what they were interested in, all that. Diana said, I kind of laugh when I think about these kids in their 60s looking back at to stuff they put on social media. How embarrassing. Yeah. Maybe they'll come to a point in their life where they'll tear some of that down. I know that you can still probably access some stuff, like once it's up, it's up. But unless somebody was a sleuth and was looking for things that that were deleted, you could delete stuff. Deb said, time for me to scoot. Good night, all. Good night, Deb. It was really nice that you stopped by. Nice to see you. Thanks for sharing your shirt. It looks really pretty. Soyla said, nowadays employers look through social media. They must be careful. Yeah, I did hear about that. Regina said, I'd like to live long enough to see all these tattoos on saggy skin. Yeah. I was never brave enough to have a tattoo. How many of you guys have tattoos? I'm not against them. I just never had something that I loved enough that I wanted to put it as art on my body. You know, if it was the right thing, I might consider it, but there's just been nothing that's been like, oh, I have to have that on my body. No, but my daughter has several, Deborah said. No tattoos for Soila. Penny said, right, Diana, then we in our 90s could call them out on our channels, but not really. What did Diana say? I wouldn't like to review my teenage years. And I was a mild-mannered teen. Yeah, true. Diana said, I feel the same, Heather. I can't think of anything I want to keep. Yeah, I mean, I like dragons, but I don't need to have a picture of a dragon on my body. The only tattoo that I would get is my husband's heart rhythm on my wrist. See, those kind of things, like if I had something important like that, I might consider something like that too. But so far, that just hasn't happened to me. The only other thing that I would consider, but I don't know that I'd want to spend the money because I know it's expensive. I paint my eyebrows on, but since going through menopause, I lost my eyebrows and most of my eyelashes. And it looks weird to me. I would really love to like get, if I knew somebody who would do it right too, because I don't want to look weird. I don't want like these black mad face or something like that. But if I knew somebody could do a really, really nice job tattooing eyebrows on, I would consider that so that I didn't have to paint them on every day. But that would probably be the closest thing at the moment that I would consider doing. And I don't think I'm going to. Oh no, did that happen to you too, Tia, where you lost your eyebrows? It's so embarrassing. When I was young, I had nice, thick, full eyebrows. I had really big, thick eyelashes. You know, nice, big, thick, full head of hair. My hair's okay on my head, but, you know, it's the hair here. You never think that you would miss something like that. You know, it's not something that you think about when you're a kid, when you're young. Oh, Diana said, yeah, same for me with eyeliner. I've worn makeup so many years. I'm tired of doing it. Yeah. Regina said there are tattoo artists and they will make it natural. And Tia says, I hate to have to draw it in all the time. I hate that too. And I know that there are tattoo artists that can do it and make it look good. I just, I don't know. I'd have to know for sure that they would do good work because I don't want, you know, this is like prominent. I don't want it to look weird, you know, too dark or too misshapen, you know, and I know that I've seen some young people like do these really big, almost like triangles. I don't want it to look like that. And Soyla said, I really worry about when getting older, the tattoos look different. Yeah, and that does happen, I think. Marina said, they've gotten really good at the eyebrows naturally, I think. That's cool. And I know places can put in like fake eyelashes that you don't have to do anything with for a while. Like they'll eventually grow out, but Diana said the thoughts of putting natural and permanent and then hating it would be awful. That's how I feel. Like I'd have to know for sure that it would look good, you know, because I don't want to look weird. Deborah said I gave up on makeup years ago. Yeah, I put eyebrow or eyeliner or whatever eyebrow liner on, but that's pretty much all I do now, unless I'm going to somewhere special. Marina said, let's all get some awesome permanent makeup. Yeah, we'll go in our Jeeps. How about that? Marina said they consult with you first, they wouldn't do something like that to you. Regina said you can always look at their work and pick what you like. Yeah. Soyla said Marina, a Jeep maybe. Diana said, good idea, Deborah. I've slowed down in my 60s. Deborah, Jeep makeup brigade. Woohoo, yes, yes. We'll all drive in our yarn Jeep with to the tattoo artist. We'll be so beautiful when we get out. Oh my gosh, you guys are so much fun. I'm glad I came on today. Penny said, I never really cared for makeup, rarely wore any. And the makeup is just as glad to not hang out on me. Deborah said, yes, we will. Marina said, ride or die. I was really big on wearing makeup when I was young, but I think once I had kids, I stayed home with them when they were little, and I just felt like it would be ridiculous to put makeup on every day. So I stopped wearing makeup then. And then when I started going through menopause and I lost my eyebrows, I started putting eyebrows on, but that's it. Regina said, I never thought I'd live to be 60. Oh my gosh. Soyla said, Heather, I'm so glad you're going live. Please do it more often. It really adds to the watch hours. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to get those up. I just have the goal of I want to get to monetization, but there's like, this is just the way that I am. I always have a goal for myself. You know, there's always something that I want to achieve. I just feel like I'm not, you know, I don't want to stop. I just want to go to the next thing and, you know, achieve that goal. But thank you. I appreciate everybody who supports me too. The lives are fun. I just really like getting to know everybody and, you know, meeting new people. I think they've been a lot of fun. And then Penny said, I'm there too, Regina. I'm about to fill up my 61st year. Diana said, I've never thought I'd make it to 60 either, but here I am, 68, just around the corner of 70. Regina said, too expensive to put on every day. Regina said, me too, Penny. I'll be 61 in September. Diana said, I'm glad you've done this. Thank you. And it's nice getting to talk about all kinds of things too. Tia said, my aunt and I went to the mall and got our eyebrows painted with henna paint. My aunt had sunglasses that covered hers, but I looked like Groucho Marx. Oh no, Tia. Yikes, that's what I'm afraid of. Now, since it was henna, it eventually went away, right? Isn't that true of henna? Henna is not permanent. So how long did you look like Groucho Marx? Oh. Tia said yes. Yeah, I'm not sure how long henna lasts, but if I'm thinking right, it's not permanent. So, I mean, that's the only good part of it, is that at least you didn't have to get like a tattoo remover or something like that. Tia said, you have to let it dry for a day and then you wipe the excess off, and it looked like regular eyebrows. Oh, okay. So it was really just for a day, and then, and that's another thing that I worry about with the tattoos, because when they are first done, aren't they like red and scabby and stuff? Huh. It's saying that there was a message that was held for review. Come on, moderators, what's up with that? Did somebody say something nasty? Did we get a troller in here after we just had that big long conversation about how I've never seen that before? That would be funny. Oh, wait a minute. I'm missing a bunch of stuff here. Okay. Tia said, yeah, but I had to walk through them all like that. Ugh. Yeah. And then Penny said, I don't know why it did that. Regina said, I don't like the new eyebrows at all. They spend as much time on their eyebrows as they do their eyelids. Ugh. It's not a troll. I've seen that on other lives. It's a glitch. Okay. Diana said, I hope it wasn't me. I went to scroll down and I looked like I hit something. I'm sorry if it was. I think it was Marina doing the Groucho Marx emoji is what it looks like. It's, oh, yeah, it's not letting me accept it. I don't want to accidentally hit like remove the commenter. That's weird. All right, well, I'm not offended. And I don't think that was a troll. I'm missing some stuff because this thing is stuck on, this message is held for review and it doesn't seem to be going beyond that. Let me see, I'm looking down on my other device so I can see what it says. Penny? Regina said, a lot of times that comment pins itself to the bottom of the chat. I think it's a Nightbot glitch. What if I hit hide? Oh, it says another moderator just handled this. Awesome. Okay. Heather, I had to leave and come back to get it off my screen. Oh, okay. I don't want to leave and restart, so I'll just leave it for mine. It's still showing at the bottom of mine. Let me see if I could do something. If I hit remove, does it remove Marina or just the comment? Because the choices are pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, which I don't want to do those things, or add as a moderator. If I added her as a moderator, would it go away? Oh, it just removed. Well, let me just remove the comment. I'm not offended by it. It's just that I need to get it off my screen. Oh, it still stayed there. Okay. Yeah, you're not going to get in. I don't think you'll get in trouble for that, Marina. It's just weird. It didn't like the Groucho Marx emoji. We won't whack you. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, the Groucho Marx emoji was very apropos. It was perfect. I don't know. I don't know why that was banned or held for review. Who knows? Deborah thought it was cute too. Yeah, definitely was. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if Marina could delete it. I tried to make her moderator to see if she could take care of it that way. Oh, Marina said she deleted it earlier. It's still showing up on my screen. Marina, this happens to every live I'm in. It's a glitch and the emoji was fine. It's never something that needs to be removed. Okay. I know they're a little bit funny about emojis. I was in somebody else's live, and I guess I didn't put any emojis in, but somebody was trying to use like 3 emojis in one comment, and they got in trouble for that or something like that. They were saying you can't have 3 emojis in one comment. I thought, okay, that's weird. This is what, oh, okay. Huh. So here's something that happened for the first time to me. Does that happen? Thank you guys. Now I'm really glad I have moderators. See, something happened, something new happened today that I never had happen in a live. So, all right. Well, it is after 11 here. So I think I'm gonna head on to bed. Thank you guys. This was amazing. I really, really enjoyed our time. Lots of fun conversations and lots of getting to know all of my new and my, I don't want to say old friends, but my new friends and my friends I've had for a long time a little bit better. You get the Seasons Host Award now. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know if it's one I want or not, but you guys sleep well too. Thank you so much for coming in here. I hope you have a great night, and hopefully we can visit again soon. Have a great week too. Bye-bye.